One of my other videos that I have here, I did how to convert your Plow coulters over to Kinze hubs. It's for their no-till coulters. I did that one after the fact, so I'm going to do one now since my semi-mount has the old case coulters on it, the blades and hub assemblies. I'm going to swap these ones out and do a video, as we go along on putting these in here. It's actually a pretty easy build. It does require a little bit of machining, but not too much. So in the other video, it kind of goes over, we're going to pull these hubs out of here with these coulter blades, including their little cast brackets, and we're going to put some spacers in, and we're essentially going to replace the case hub with this Kinze hub and a 16-inch coulter blade. CFC Distributors sells a 16-inch double-punched Yetter. It's double-punched for Yetter and Kinze. It's a 16-inch flat-edged coulter blade, and I found that they are the bee's knees for plowing competitions, or just in general. They wear well. They do a nice job of cutting the furrow, and these do all right, but I want to get away from the fluted edges on it. So what we'll do is we will pull these off of here, and because there's a little bit of preload on them, we'll get these off of here. We're going to get some measurements. We'll do our measurement from the width of our yoke, and then we'll get the measurement of the width of these hubs and make some spacers to go between them. At that point, we will have to drill out, because these are 1/2-inch bolts. We'll drill these out to 5/8, which is what these will be with the spacers. The spacers aren't in the ends of this right now. These aren't the newer sealed style. These are the old open ones, but that's just what I have, so they'll do just fine for what this is going to do. But the other thing you can see here is on my jointers, since these are 20-inch coulters, there is barely any room for these jointers to function on here, and they do plug up sometimes. So getting down to 16 will make this basically the same plowing dimensions as what I have on my other plow, and I know that works really well. So hopefully you'll stay along for the ride here, and we'll get these machined up and put in. I've done a video on it before, but it was pretty quick and sloppily put together. What I'm going to show you guys here is how to convert your plow hubs from whatever the OEM is to Kinze hubs. This is for a JI case semi-mount plow, and these are the factory coulters on it. They're 20-inch, they're kind of a bushing cone bearing surface type. And I want to do this for plowing competitions, so I have a better coulter assembly. But you can do this for your coulters if they're worn out and you can't find parts, or you don't want to pay for the OEM stuff. So these hubs, the ones I have are Kinze. They're greasable. They've got a grease fitting on the outside. You can go with those. Those are for the no-till coulters on the front of a Kinze row unit. They're just ones that I had extra laying around. Or you can get the newer style. It's the same setup, just they're sealed bearings. It's whatever you want to do. The sealed bearings are probably $45 or $50. The hub assemblies are $45 or $50 online. You can get them from Shoop. You can get them from CFC distributors. These blades are specific to CFC distributors. They're 16 inches in diameter, and they were about $36 a piece. But they are really good. They're long lasting, and for all the plowing I'll ever do for competitions and whatnot, they'll be fine. So now the case ones, I don't know about other brands or other series, but I know for the newer case plows, these holes are 1/2 inch, whereas those hubs are for 5/8. So these will need to be drilled out to a 5/8 hole, and then you will need spacers made to hold the end caps of those hubs together. So a little bit of machining needs to be done. We made ours out of simple brass. I can get you guys the dimensions for what we did. I would assume it's different based on the different series of case plows maybe, or even the different brands, the spacing in here and the hole size. So, but yeah, it's pretty simple. Get your new parts ordered, drill out your holes if you need to, machine your spacers, put everything together, and bolt them in. So mine, I got 5/8 diameter by 7-inch long spindle bolts, the long ones there. And then the Kinze hubs take 1/2 inch carriage bolts. Here, I'll flip one of these over for you. You haven't seen one before. They take 1/2 inch carriage bolts, 1/2 inch diameter. The length I'm now seeing is probably best to be 1 inch. I did 1.25 inches. So I would recommend if you do this, get the inch long, and they should be nice and flush and not catch much. When I put this on the plow, I intend to have the carriage bolt heads on the side where the dirt is being thrown. That way there's less trash and stuff getting caught in there. I have that way on my other plow, and it seems to do all right. So yeah, we're going to go from that right there to these, which are 16 inch. There we go. All right, here's the more or less finished product for the Kinze hub conversions on my case semi-mount plow here. I see my bearings on this one are a little worn. It's got a little slop in it, so we'll fix that at some point, but it's not too hard to do that. This one's fairly tight. No, not much wobble. And again, I can change these out to the fully sealed ones anytime. I had to do a little bit of grinding on my bushings to get the exact fit to tap in there, but it's I'm sure a lot of people know it's a pain to get these coulters put on by yourself and then get the jointers set right. I'll probably have to, I eyeballed it, holding these up with one foot and tighten it down with my other hand, but jointers have just got a little bit of gap there on the blades. And yeah, there you go. So hopefully we can get out and run this here at some point and get some footage of it going.